What's up, Rocky family? We are back. Yes, you guessed it, with another edition of Food Plot Chronicles. This is Food Plot Chronicles number 7. Number 7? Number 7. Let me just pause for a second while I do this. These food plots are looking good. I mean, when I say it all came up phenomenal, I am understating that. It's an understatement. We are so pumped at how these food plots came up this year. But we're not done yet, and you don't have to be either. Ladies and gentlemen, there is still time to plant your fall food plots, especially the farther south you go, the more time you got. But you don't want to waste time, because we got until September, maybe mid-September, depending on where you're at, to get these fall plots in the ground. Today in New York, we are gonna finish planting ours. We've got brassicas blends, we've got turnip, we've got chicory, we've got clover, and we've got a whole bunch of test seed from Big Time that we're gonna be putting in the ground today. Hunting season is right around the corner. Yes, I'm fired up. You should be too. God willing, we'll get an opportunity. May the arrow fly true, but we don't have time to talk about that right now. We gotta get back to work. All right, you guys, well, this is a little kill plot, little actual test plot that we came in and killed all the grasses probably 3 weeks ago now, and you can see it worked perfectly. This is exactly how we want it to look, because when the grass is green, then the roots are still alive, the roots are still grabbing onto the dirt. When you try and turn it, even with a tiller, it takes so long to turn, and there's weeds underneath the grasses and stuff that when you turn it into the soil is just going to sprout up with the seed that we're about to plant. So we come in here a couple 2-3 weeks prior to actual planting with glyphosate, kill the grasses, make sure it looks like this. Now it's going to be much easier for that machine to work. It's going to be much easier for it to turn. It's a little wet in here right now, but we're trying to beat the rain. As you can see, we're failing at that. Nonetheless, I need to get this tilled, and we're gonna fertilize and plant a Big Time test plot in here. It's gonna be a similar blend to the last stand, the brassica mix. It's gonna be a similar blend to that, but it's gonna be a new blend that we're testing out, and we're pumped about it, see how it grows. Love this spot. This is a little honey hole. We got bedding all right here. The deer actually will bed in here, and they bed, there's a ravine down and up the other side. They'll bed on that hillside as well. So it's kind of in between two bedding areas, but it puts the food very close to the bedroom. So it's as little amount of steps as possible from when they get up to when they can start munching. And I like that. I like it a lot. Nonetheless, we got to get to tilling. As you can see, we're already getting poured on. We just got soaked on that last one. Look, I found a pair of safety glasses. We got soaked on that last one. I had to go back and dry some of my stuff off, regroup, and now we're back after it. Dean tilled this a little bit yesterday, but we got to go back over. You can see still all the dead grass in here and stuff. We got to go back over with the tiller. I'm sorry, Dean disked over this yesterday. We got to go back over it with the tiller. We just took probably 8 to 10 trees out right here. It's going to extend the plot a lot, push them all that way for our access. We got to get this tilled up. Finally, a little break in the weather. I think we literally have a couple hours right now break in the weather, if that, and get this tilled up, get out of here, and then we'll come back and fertilize and plant later this afternoon. Fertilizing for whatever, it's not hard, it's just a pain in the ass. It's like a pain in the ass step because you got to switch around the equation. It's just me complaining. It doesn't really matter, to be completely honest. But we got to fill up the tank with fert. We're about to plant our turnips, brassicas, a couple test plots for big time, and I forgot. Got the old plot start in the garage. It's a good thing I didn't forget, or I forgot, but then I remembered. 2.5 gallons. It'll treat up to about an acre. You don't want to go any lighter than that, but I figured while we got it, cleaning out my spray tank right now from all the Roundup and stuff that's in there. I'm gonna put a full gallon in there, and I'm gonna go spray 2 of the plots that we're about to do. They're both about 1/2 acre, so it should be perfect. These 2 plots we didn't hit with lime in the spring, and they're usually pretty acidic, so this will actually be great. We'll be a little bit more efficient with our fertilizer using this. So I'm gonna coat the dirt in that stuff, and it should be a great base to get these plots rolling. Normally this is plot screen because the road is right there, but this was the landing that they were using to put logs. We were just logging out our property, or a section of it. We couldn't plant it in the spring this year because they were going to use this area, but now they've tilled it up. It's a good area to test something out in. You know, we don't hunt right here just because the road is right there. I guess you could, but I'm going to plant. We got a few test seeds from Big Time. We'll go ahead. Dave just fertilized this. We'll see what the peas and tuber mix does in this little plot we call behind the gate. So we got like 4 different sections right here in the backyard, separated by some corn and some beans. So it's a perfect little breakup to test out some seed. Again, this is right behind camp. Deer do come in here, and we actually we have not shot any deer back here before, but you could hunt back here, put up a blind or something, but it's literally right behind the camp. But like I said, cool to see this stuff grow, and it's usually a good spot because it doesn't get as much pressure. And I say that, and we put beans in here this summer and they're getting smashed. So hopefully this stuff doesn't get too much pressure, and we can see how well it grows to be able to learn some good blends in the future. But this is just a brassica mix from Big Time. I'm going to put it in on these front 2 strips, and then we are going to do a fall blend, fall annual blend on the back sides. I'm going to put the brassica mix in the front 2, and then we'll come through after with the fall blends in the back. Literally, as we're in here, there's a deer in the back corner of the plot. No idea that I'm here. But we came in to check these turnips. You can see these turnips are all growing perfectly outside of the fence, and the deer have seemingly messed up the fence. You can see why we have a problem growing beans in here. It's like, I don't know, 4:30, 5 o'clock, and there's just deer in here all day long. But turnips are growing perfect on the outside of the fence. There she goes. Perfect on the outside of the fence. The beans, I mean, we're gonna have a field full of beans, that's for sure. These are all turnips right here. So the plan is working. So we logged. This is the far back side of our property across the street from Camp Cutlet, and we logged it. We select cut it. A bunch of big cherry trees, just an array of different trees, big trees that were ready to be cut. This woods was a lot more mature than I think we gave it credit for, but you can see all these tops that are laying down now that are creating an immense amount of cover back here. You can see it opened up a ton of sunlight onto the forest floor, so this is going to be not only great bedding cover for the deer, but it's also going to create a ton of browsing here over the next couple years as the briars and various bushes start growing up through here. But as you can see, when they logged it, all of these roads are just open and bare, but it creates a lot of open space. And you can see, like I said, the sunlight coming in now, reaching the forest floor. So we're literally going to walk these paths, and we're just going to spread a bunch of clover in here. And it's not going to get real big this year, but it'll green up. It'll be one of the first things that greens up in the springtime. And from there, it's going to be great for turkey season. It's going to be great for holding deer in here in the early, mid, and late spring, and even into the early summer. It's just all good things. But since we got sunlight on the forest floor now, we figured, why not? Well, we got all of our turnips, brassica, radish seed planted in this field. I mentioned a few days ago that we didn't have rain in the forecast, actually just about 5 days ago, and we were going to bank on the dews germinating some of our seed, and it is amazing that it actually happened. A lot more of the seed has popped up and rolling than I thought there would be. So it's cool to know in the future you get a heavy dew and that small brassica seed, it gives it enough to germinate it and get it going. But the beans look excellent in this field. Inside the fence they're incredible, they're waist high. Even got good beans outside the fence. The corn's coming up great. We've learned a lot in this field in the past 3 years, and this year it's architected what we feel is to perfection. So it's going to be really fun to hunt this field in October and November, and we should have enough food into the late season. But really excited about how this field did this year. Couldn't have asked for it any better. It looks awesome. 3 blends of food in here. Options for the deer. I told you, these plots are looking sick. And as I said before, there is still time to plant, people. There's still time. That's why we're doing Food Plot Chronicles. We want to help you. So if you have any questions, any comments, any concerns, ask it right now in the comment section below, because you don't have a lot of time, but there's still time. Once again, we couldn't have timed it up any more perfect with the rain. We got seed in the ground, the rain came down. I can tell you right now, standing here, everything is germinated and looking phenomenal. I guess the next step is probably taking down the fence, but not so fast. We still got deer getting in the fence, eating the beans, trying to keep them out to make sure them beans grow to their full potential. It's only going to allow us to maximize them during the season. We got a trip to North Dakota coming up that we are extremely excited about. And after that, it is right back here to Food Plot Chronicles to finish out the season. Thank y'all for watching once again. Food Plot Chronicles number 7 was lit. We're rounding the corner. Hunting season is almost here. Rounded third base, coming home. God bless you all, and thank you all for watching. And we'll see you right here next time on Food Plot Chronicles. I wish you were here. I want to hug you right now.